Everyone wonders where the money went. In the 1980s, the conservatives started a policy that took us from the largest creditor nation to being the largest debtor nation. The policy was cutting taxes on corporations, which are now at a historically low effective rate, and also lowering taxes on the wealthy. As a result of the corporate tax cut and loopholes, individuals now pay a bigger share of the U.S. income tax revenue than corporations. No matter how you look at the numbers, the rich got richer. Those policies put in place during the 80s were designed to cause a trickle-down effect. They did not. Today, the top 1%'s after-tax income is off the chart. The bottom 80% of us have actually seen our share of the income drop. And the gap between the haves and have-nots has become wider than it was before the Great Depression. Wealth has accumulated at the top. And when I say accumulated, it means that is not trickling down. It's staying there. The top 20% take home as much after taxes as the bottom 80% combined. The bottom 80% hold a very small slice of the pie of both net worth and financial wealth. In 2007, it was 2% less than in 2001. A big contributing factor to the shrinking share of the economy has been the wage gap between workers and executives. When adjusted for inflation, CEO pay has increased 298% from 1990 to 2005, while corporate profits rose 106%. Worker pay only rose 4.3%, and minimum wage actually lost 9%. CEO pay has become a staggeringly high multiple of worker pay. Those numbers are not percentage, it's a multiple. In 2008, the average CEO pay could pay the salaries of 277 workers. This has also led to a swapping of savings and debt in households, as we spent our savings and accumulated more and more debt. Although we do seem to be improving in that area since the Great Recession hit. The national deficit is not doing as well. The biggest items driving that debt are the economic turndown itself, the Bush tax cuts, and 2 wars. The root cause of all of this economic trouble has been 30 years of corporate tax cuts, loopholes, and deregulation. In Mississippi, 81% of all corporations pay 0 state taxes. This is at a time when our state is on the very bottom of the income rankings and at the very top of the poverty rankings. Mississippi's income is constantly well below the national average, and even the incomes of our surrounding states. Mississippi has cut education and cut tax deals with corporations, and we have continued to be the last in income, the last in education. We have more than our share of citizens who don't graduate high school or only graduate high school. Those that do go on to higher education have had to pay a lot more in tuition over the last 8 years. The more education a person has, the more likely they are to earn a higher salary. On the national level, at 25 years old, with a graduate degree, you can make $60,000 a year. or less than $20,000 if you did not graduate high school. Mississippi has one of the lowest tax burdens of any state. In fact, we get more in federal dollars than we pay in. So how do we fix our situation? What do we do to turn things around? It has been shown that children who attend a preschool program are more ready for school. Children who go through preschool also fare better in life. They repeat school grades less often, they graduate high school more often, avoid arrests, and are less likely to depend on welfare. Mississippi is one of the few states without any public preschool program, and this leads to more people dropping out of high school. Most of the dropouts are from families who already have low earnings, most likely in poverty. Even though a higher percentage of our students don't graduate on schedule, we still have a decent high school graduation rate, though there's always room for improvement. We, however, lag behind in math skills and reading skills. Since we have already seen that an education greatly increases earning potential, preschool makes children ready for school and less likely to drop out, it's easy to see that Mississippi needs a preschool program. It's been said before that we just cannot afford a preschool program. I propose that if we close our corporate loopholes, get most of our corporations paying their fair share of tax revenue, we can afford education. And those companies will benefit from a better educated workforce, as will our state, our economy, and our future. We have one of the most favorable business environments in regards to our taxes and regulations, or lack thereof. But businesses are still not looking to move to Mississippi. Overall, our rank is 48, above only Rhode Island and Maine. Louisiana is 44, Alabama is 25, Tennessee is 22. Alabama and Tennessee actually improved over their 2009 rankings. Mississippi dropped 8 slots. The labor supply is not a lack of unemployed people. At an average 6% unemployment, we have workers. Some businesses have complained that they are unable to find suitably educated employees. In order to attract businesses and increase our median income, improving our education is an imperative. Investment in Mississippi's education systems is needed, Forbes said. Implementing a preschool program will greatly increase our competitive edge and our quality of life. In order to do this, we must balance our tax code and incentives with the reality of how important an education, preschool all the way through college, is to attracting high-paying companies and improving our state economy. Here's what I propose. Less tax breaks for businesses who take their profits out of Mississippi. A 1% minimum tax rate after the first $20,000 for businesses and individuals. Small business friendly caps on deductions to increase competition. Evaluation of our business tax incentives to make sure that we're getting the best results for our money. A public transportation system to get people to jobs. And an education system that prepares more Mississippi children from preschool through graduate degrees for high-paying jobs in Mississippi. Right now, we are quickly headed toward the bottom. And if we don't change direction, we will get where we are going. Blueprint Mississippi discovered that 62% of Mississippi parents believe that their children will have to leave the state to find a good paying job. 79% of business leaders in the state believe that we can improve and grow. Their question is, who will get us there? I believe that I can. Vote Bobby Kearan, a governor for Mississippi.